Investors continue to run for the exits. Hey everybody, Scott Walters. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, I want to thank you for coming. If you're returning, I want to thank you for your continued support. Before we get into today's red hot topic, I'm going to politely ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Please watch to the end for my final thought. Hit the bell icon so you're notified when new videos are released. It's very important to stay close to the channel in these very, very tricky times. All right, folks, welcome to the channel. It's always an honor and a privilege to be with you. I hope you're all doing great. Buckle up and strap in. I got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows and sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. And folks, we've got a good one to talk about today. We got to read between the lines and look between the cracks. And we have some massive cracks exposing itself with the U.S. economy. And that means the U.S. housing market. And if we lose the U.S. housing market, we in fact lose everything. Many people are not aware of this, unfortunately. I know how that feels. In the last real estate bubble, I wasn't as in touch with economics as I am today. Having suffered the effects of the last real estate bubble, the '08 era, I've learned some very important lessons. So one of the things I learned is don't put your eggs all in one basket. We see investors pulling out of these baskets in a very big way. And friends, here's the alarm. We're going to go outside today, first of all. And, on the weekends, I usually try to take a little bike ride with my kid, with my son. Him and I ride bikes on the weekends. And for whatever it's worth, if anybody cares, I'm an outdoorsman guy, a lot of time at the ocean, riding bikes, riding motorcycles, playing tennis. I have a very active lifestyle, as active as I can be. And so one of the things we're going to do today is we're going to take the camera out, and I've taken it outside to a crazy city that I live in that's full of wealth, yet a lot of companies are selling. They're selling off, and we're seeing the big heavy hitter companies doing the exact same thing. But you can look in your own backyards and see a lot of this. I know many of you are. I know a lot of other YouTubers are showing a lot of the realities of what's going on out there. But here's the scary thing for me personally. In a town like where I live, personally, where it is full of wealth, and this is just an example really of how real estate prices have got so high, rents have gotten so high, and a lot of owners are just struggling to get people to rent their spaces, and they're unwilling to reduce rents. There's other owners that are doing whatever they can. You see pop-up shops coming into these retail spaces, and they're just giving them performance-based lease agreements, just taking a portion of any earnings maybe, and then you're getting people that aren't even willing to go rent for free because the cost to set up shop in one of these stores is too astronomical. The pullback, the contraction is getting really insane. So I just wanted to use a quick opportunity today, take the camera outdoors, have a little fun. It's always fun to see, weekend, summertime, beach community, just the people watching, of course, is fun. But we're going to read between the lines and look between the cracks and have a little fun today and just check out some of the empties. So go ahead and try to count how many empties you can spot in this short clip, and then we'll meet back here and wrap this one up. All right, friends, welcome to a beautiful sunny Southern California day. It is the weekend here. A lot of people out, but a lot of stores empty, a lot of stores and buildings for lease, a lot of buildings for sale, in fact. So a lot of these stores that do seem to be open, I continue to see limited to even no customers in there. And again, a lot of times I've talked about this. Look at there, there's a bank. Here's an empty bank, unable to make it work out. This is insanity. This is the most high rent district, wealthiest areas we have in the world, unable to make it work. And these people that you're seeing walking around out here are either just out trying to get outside and look around, or all the shopping they're doing, they're using credit cards. They're unwilling to sacrifice the quality of their life. They're willing to go in debt to continue the euphoria. And that is not a good thing. How many people do you think right here sitting at this table are carrying a credit card balance? My guess is plenty. And this is going to continue to be the trend until eventually people can no longer tolerate any more debt. Credit card companies are going to start canceling cards, slashing limits. I mean, this is the writing on the wall. Big stores, big big stores gone. And the only people in these stores are pop-up shops, little weird stores that have no customers, just an employee sitting there on a busy weekend. Only people that seem to be doing any business is maybe a restaurant, but their rents are most likely have been reduced or performance-based as well. These were the top areas to rent, like the highest rent district in the world. No company can afford to pay that type of money. They've closed this main street down. You can only walk it now. You can't even drive down it. For some reason, they think this is a good idea. Personally, I think you need to open these streets up to traffic, because if people can drive up and down the streets, they're going to be more willing to rubberneck and look at stores. If they're forced to get out, walk, pay for parking, they're not going to want to pull out their credit card or their cash to shop. That's just the realities of what's going on down here. Supercuts, unable to make it. They were fine there for years when the street was open to traffic. Now that they've closed it to foot traffic, they've stifled it. Starbucks, that was a Starbucks building. It is gone. Starbucks couldn't make it. Banks that couldn't make it. Starbucks couldn't make it. Supercuts couldn't make it in the most euphoric, expensive city in the world, friends. Insanity. And like I said, the kiss of death in real estate is empty units. So you're seeing a lot of the landlords that could afford to maybe structure a performance-based lease, put people in for just a percentage of their sales. But I'm seeing more and more companies that are in these units not doing any sales, and the sign just goes right back up in the window. There's another bank, empty. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed just that little sneak peek of downtown area in a popular Southern California beach community. We see there's just a lot of big issues going on there. And this is the tricky part for me, personally. I don't know about you, but for me, this is very tricky. We were in the most euphoric, stimulated economy to ever be produced, artificially produced, in world history. There should be no empties at all. But unfortunately, this is just the realities, friends. The whole landscape of our economy has been flip-flop, topsy-turvy, turned upside down. This is a big issue, in my opinion. This is the elephant in the room, if there ever has been one. When you have retail in the type of trouble that they're in, and you got to understand we see a for lease sign or for sale sign. There's probably, the owner is some rich landlord. No, a lot of these people, you can only remain empty for so long. A lot of these people aren't making their payments to the banks. The banks are attached to these buildings. Even if you own it free and clear, you cannot remain empty. The cost of property tax, insurance, utilities, whatever you got to carry these assets, it's not cheap, especially as you enter in a recession. I'm getting more and more calls from people wanting to sell their businesses. Hey, Scott, do you know anybody who'd be interested in buying my business? And more calls from investors wanting to sell off their investment properties. Insanity what I'm seeing out here. The things that I continue to have to deal with in the real estate industry. And final thoughts today, friends. I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, somebody who wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life, understanding that you are in the biggest housing bubble ever created in world history, and it reaches much further than housing. We have a lot of companies really holding on by a thread right now, and a lot of people racing for the exits, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. And so I can't sugarcoat it and tell you housing will always be strong and is still the best investment historically, and even traditionally interest rates are still low based on historical data. No, this is the time, if there ever was one, to not go all in. If you have extreme wealth, let's go shopping. If you're just an everyday American, maybe play it safe right about now. We are at the tail end of a crisis, the front end of a recession. We have like I've always said, by the end of the year, we're having a much different conversation than we're having today. It's just, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I get to come back and go, I was wrong, which is what we need to hear from other YouTubers out there telling people to go buy, and this is how to buy, and it's still a good investment. Eventually, I know a lot of them have disappeared. They need to come back and say, I was wrong. Hey, we've all made mistakes in life. The person that can admit when they were wrong it takes a man, doesn't it? It takes a man to admit when they're wrong. When somebody's stubborn and won't admit it, that's not a good look. So I would love to come back and say I was wrong. Somehow this one magically sustained itself. I'm baffled as much as you. Let's go shopping, everybody. We're going to get to let's go shopping, but it's definitely not going to be at the height of a real estate bubble. It's going to be outside the bubble, and my job is to take you with. Appreciate the content. I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Social media links are in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you're interested in buying or selling real estate here in America, there's an email for you as well. I have a network of top producing agents in the world ready to assist you. If you're watching from your television set today, another video should be appearing on your screen along with an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. Please take a look at all the affiliate links from companies offering you great deals in the description as well. Please go make it count today. I'll see you on the next video.